Hey, welcome back, entrepreneurs, business owners. Welcome back to the channel. I am the channel owner, Audrey Truesdale with CBCAnetwork.com. And on this channel, we help entrepreneurs and business owners get access to personal and business funding using a simple 5-step process. So, welcome back to tonight's live stream. Can't be on too long tonight, man. We actually got another live stream to head over to. So you guys are in for a treat. I'm gonna be going live with the homie Brandy B, the entrepreneur. So you guys definitely want to check that out. Make sure you head over to the live stream we're gonna be doing with her. But tonight, as you guys come in, let me know what city, what state you're tapping in from. I'm gonna get straight to it tonight because tonight we want to get into 3 tips that you guys can use in the next recession to still build business credit. As always, if you have not yet, there's still time to register. Make sure you head over to our Easy Masterclass. You can use the code EASY to save $50 off our VIP ticket options. We have the next one-day masterclass this Saturday, June 25th, 10 a.m. for general admission. VIP starts at 9 a.m. I do recommend VIP because you get 2 hours of Q&A. You also get all of the credit repair handouts. You get all of the tier 1 and tier 2 vendors. And you get a list of over 80 different banks nationally that are small business friendly. So you get all those lists when you guys come VIP. So if you head over to easymasterclass.com, use code EASY, it'll save $50 off VIP. The ticket end up being $97. So that's that, man. So let's kind of, get into it. We got some people tapping in. What's up, Nicole? We're tapping in from Charlotte in the building. I already know. Let's see, Katrina tapping in from Grand Rapids. All right. Pennsylvania in the building, man. So we're gonna get into it, man. I appreciate everybody tapping in tonight. But let's kind of excuse me. Still feeling the effects of the vid. So bear with me, guys. But tonight, we definitely want to tap in on a subject that is of importance, right? And so I don't want to, shortchange the economic conditions that are going on right now, right? Gas prices are up, cost of living is up, inflation is high, stock market is down. This is not the best time to be in business, right? Or just economically, right? Just working a job, a 9 to 5, whatever the case may be. Right now, things are starting to tighten up, right? You guys who subscribe to this channel, we talk a lot about business credit, whether that's net 30s, business banks. We talk a lot about banking. We talk a lot about optimizing personal and business credit profiles. But tonight, I just want to give you guys 3 tips that you can use going into this next recession, because there is a recession coming, right? We really won't know until early next week or the week after. But everything seems to be pointing towards a recession. So with that being said, I'm speaking with banks day in, day out, and I'm not necessarily seeing banks being affected by this recession situation, but there are some things that you definitely want to pay attention to going into this next recession. Okay, family. And so number one, and we talk about this at the masterclass. So, if you've been to any of the masterclasses, you guys know I talk heavily about this at the masterclass. But I'm gonna give you guys some game tonight. Banking relationships. Okay. We talked about it last week. But more specifically, you need to have multiple banking relationships. And what I mean when I say multiple banking relationships, there's no longer the day where you just bank with Wachovia, Wells Fargo, Capital One, and that's your primary bank, right? Now, on the personal side, that may still work, right? If you're a Navy Federal customer, if you're a True Lion, PenFed customer, you love the credit unions, you may still be able to get away with getting funding from that specific institution, whether that's a personal line of credit, business line of credit, personal credit card, auto loan, whatever the case may be. Credit unions, typically, you have to establish some type of relationship with them, right? You have to become a member. You have to open up an account. You have to have something, right? Whereas with the larger institutions, what I'm starting to see on the business side, and this is the key, when you have a relationship with them on personal and business, when you have a personal account and a business account, that opens you up to a lot more funding. Okay. So having a relationship with multiple banks on the personal side and the business side. Now, what does that look like? So let's say you have 10,000, let's just say you have $10,000 in your personal checking account. And you're looking to go to let's just say PNC Bank, right? If you have $10,000 in your bank account personally with PNC, and let's say your business gross revenue is somewhere around $5,000, $10,000. Let's just say $10,000, right? So you bringing in 10 on the business side, and you got 10,000 in your personal, right? So you got about $20,000 average daily balance. What that does is now that opens you up to about a $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 line of credit. Now, here's the trick. Which bank, excuse me, do you start with first, right? And so my personal suggestion is grab the top SBA lenders list, right? You can go to Google, type in top SBA lenders list, your state, call up at least 10 to 15 banks, have a conversation. During this conversation, this is what you want to ask them. How important is the relationship when it comes to business funding? Because some banks is not important, right? True Line Federal Credit Union, you don't need a whole ton of money in the account. They go based off your personal credit. True is the same thing. Your personal credit is going to be the biggest determining factor, right? But what I'm starting to see is that more and more banks are tending to prioritize their customers. Now, just had a conversation with Chase. How do you define if you're a customer? Okay, that's the real question. So ask the banker when you call these banks. You know, a lot of you guys are in Florida. There's some great credit unions in Florida. You know, New York. You got great credit unions in Jersey. Wherever you are, when you get on the phone with these bankers, you want to ask this question: what relationship do I need? Right? And when I say relationship, let's talk about Chase. Right? Chase Bank, they look at you as a customer when you have multiple products, right? And I've talked about this on the masterclass too, right? I'm a Bank of America customer. Right? I have personal credit card, business credit card, personal checking, business checking, savings account, personal. I have plenty of accounts with the Bank of America, brokerage, the whole nine. The same holds true for Chase. Chase really does not consider you a customer until you have like at least 2 or 3 accounts with them. Now, that could be 3 business accounts. That could be 3 personal accounts. That could be a personal credit card, a business credit card, and then a personal checking, business checking. But they want you to have multiple accounts with them. Now, can you still get funded with Chase? Yes, absolutely. You can still get $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 if you don't bank with Chase. But typically, if you have a relationship with Chase and it's established and you've had the relationship, let's just say 60 days and everything is going good, you're keeping a healthy bank balance, I would recommend waiting to apply until you've established that business relationship. Okay. Now, some of you may say, well, I have 800 credit score. I don't care about, established relationship with multiple banks. But what's going to happen is you're going to exhaust relationships. Okay. If you've only banked with Truist and you never try to, establish a relationship with Chase, it may be harder to get funded with Chase as we go into this recession. Now, that doesn't mean impossible. You still got to optimize, which you guys who are coming to the masterclass, you'll understand and learn how we optimize personal credit. So that is the key, right? Optimizing personal credit is step number 1. But in optimization, we still need to be building bank relationships. So that's number 1. You have to establish a strong business and personal relationship with the banks that you're looking to get funding from. So whether that's Truist, we talk a lot about Truist, whether it's PNC, Capital One, all of the major players, US Bank, it really is not important the actual bank that you're looking to get funding for, but just establish that personal and business relationship. Now, For those of you that are coming to the masterclass VIP, we'll kind of deep dive a lot into this personal and business relationship. Like I said, I had a good conversation with Chase and some other banks, more mid-sized banks, regional banks, and they're all looking for prioritizing their customers. If you're a customer of this bank, they will prioritize lending to you versus someone like me who's coming off the street, even with an 850 credit score. Even with an 850 credit score, because they can see the health of the business. They can see the deposits. They can see how much money's coming in, how much money's going out, how much you're keeping over, a 30-day, 60, 90-day period. And so relationships. All right. So step number 2, in order to maximize your opportunities for funding in the recession, you need to be focused on your optimizing your online listings. You need to be listed with the 411. You need to be listed with Google My Business. You need to have a website. You need to have a domain name. All of these things are going to come into play, family. Remember, with the PPPs and the EIDL loans, a lot of these people got denied because the SBA cannot find them. Immediately when you submit the application, the first thing they're doing is they're doing a Google search. And if you didn't pop up, it was harder to get funding. Now, the reason why I'm telling you to start listing your business, start making sure your listings is tight, excuse me, update anything that's outdated, clean up your website, any old copy. Now, here's a nugget for your listings, right? Specifically your Google My Business listing, right? We get this gem away at the masterclass, but I want to get this game out to the family, to the community tonight. Your Google My Business listing, you need to be posting pictures on this site at least once a month, at least once or twice a month. Because what happens is when you have no pictures, right, Google suspects that you're not a legitimate entity, right? If you're not visible, if you don't have a website, it's hard for Google to even push your information out to customers, right? To potential customers. Now, on the flip side of this, if you're looking to gain organic traffic, you need that Google My Business listing to pop up. Okay. So if you're doing credit repair, if you're doing trucking, whatever industry, or, if you're doing real estate, whatever type of business you own, you need to be findable, easy, right? Now, 411 listing, make sure that number is a number that someone is picking up the phone, whether it's going to a receptionist, whether it's going to a voicemail answering, whatever the case may be. You need a phone number. You need a local phone number. You need a local phone number listed with all the different listings. So 411, Yelp, Google My Business, YP.com. You can use paid sites like Yext, YEXT. If you want to get on more listings, if you want to get on Bing, Yahoo, etc., you could pay for your listings, which wouldn't be a bad thing to do because it's only going to put you in front of more people, more customers, more eyes. Website. You got to get a website, family. Go on Fiverr, hire your cousin, your baby mom, your baby dad, whoever that's good at building websites. You can use ClickFunnels, Go High Level. It doesn't have to be extensive. 3 pages, about us page, a home page, and maybe a contact us form where people can put their information, their email, their name, their phone number. You need that because these banks want to lend to businesses that are visible in the community. Okay. Now, if you're looking to get funding in other states, it may get a little tricky, but you can still build a local presence in other states. We just, have to do a little bit more work on the back end. But excuse me. So that's really gonna carry you through this recession because more and more banks are gonna start Googling businesses, especially if you're tend to be more high risk. If you have a business address that's a UPS store, you need to get rid of that. You need to have at least a home address. Better yet, maybe invest in a virtual address if you can afford it. A lot of you guys that are on the live stream have established businesses, but if you're watching this and you're a startup, optimize your personal credit and try your best to purchase a virtual address. It's not mandatory, but it helps. It helps with the listings. It helps with the overall perception that you're a real business. You have a legitimate office space that you work from. Because a lot of these banks may start, making that bullseye a little bit tighter. So like right now, the last 2-3 years, this has been the bullseye. That bullseye will contract, right? Because now you have to become what I call an A1 borrower. Okay. You have to become an A1 borrower. So a lot of you guys who work with us on a one-on-one accelerator program, we work with you guys. We really try to really craft your profiles, your personal credit profiles and business credit profiles to optimize getting funding. Okay. So whoever you're working with, however you get it done, just optimize your business profile and your listings. Okay. That's step number 2, family. We gotta make sure that we're visible across the board. Now, here's the kicker. Step 3, tip 3. I'm gonna say tip 3, right? And again, if you're looking to build business credit, if you're looking to get funding, you're looking to learn how do you get started building business credit, how do you get funding from multiple institutions, how do you find banks, how do you even start the process of finding banks, definitely make sure you check out our masterclass, www.easymasterclass.com. Use code EASY to take $50 off your VIP ticket. General admission is free. You get access to our free Facebook group where we will live stream into the Facebook group at 10 a.m. So make sure you tap into the masterclass, family. I'll put the link in the description below, and I'll put the discount code up there. We still have VIP tickets. Again, it happens this Saturday, 10 a.m. for general admission, 9 a.m. for VIP. VIP, you get all the handouts. You get the credit repair dispute templates. There's over 40 different dispute templates. You get the tier 1 list. You get the tier 2 vendor list, et cetera, et cetera. So tip number 3, guys, and I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to wrap it up. When you are building your business profile, you have to be strategic. We have to start finding vendors that report to multiple bureaus. It's no longer okay to just build Dun & Bradstreet. It's no longer just 80 Paydex and then, you've established business credit. You have to establish your Experian. You have to establish your Equifax. A lot of you guys are looking to do Turo. If you're looking to do Turo, you're going to at some point, you're going to be looking for vehicle funding, right? Whether you PG or no PG, they're going to pull the business Equifax profile, right? I even was discussing with a gentleman today. He recommended having 5 trade lines on Equifax, right? Again, when you come to the masterclass, we're going to tell you exactly what vendors report to business Equifax, Experian, and Dun & Bradstreet, right? So you have to build multiple business profiles and you have to have high business credit scores across the 3 different business bureaus. So Dun & Bradstreet, Business Equifax, and Business Experian. You need to build all 3. I have a lot of students who are running into issues where they're getting denied or not able to get, gas cards and things like that. And when I look at their profile, either they don't have a lot of trade lines or the trade lines that they do have established is usually just the 2 NAV accounts, or it's usually just a NAV account and a gas card where they really didn't spend a lot of money. So you have to not only get trade lines, you have to spend money with these trade lines. Multiple business bureaus. You have to build Experian. You have to build Equifax. I was one early on to say, maybe just get 1 or 2 on Equifax. Now I'm going to recommend at least 3 minimum, maybe even 4 to 5. Now, who reports to Equifax? You have to come to the masterclass. We're going to drop the game on you, right? We give you a whole list for those of you that are attending VIP. But just, go on YouTube. Red Spectrum reports to Equifax, right? That's a great vendor that reports. You still got NAV, you still got the gas card. So you got vendors, right, that report to business Equifax. But we need to be building all 3 business bureaus, right? Equifax, Business Dun & Bradstreet, Business Experience. And I would even say credit safe, honestly, because BMW pulls credit safe. So if you want to go get a no PG BMW, Mercedes Benz, they pull credit safe, I think, but they also pull multiple bureaus. So they may pull Experian, they may pull Equifax. You just got to build all three. You can't just, I got an 80 Paydex, I'm good to go. That's not going to fly in the recession, family, because multiple banks may pull multiple, right? We know American Express, they pull Dun & Bradstreet, right? We know US Bank, they pull Dun & Bradstreet. Now, they don't approve you with the Dun & Bradstreet score. You still need to optimize your personal credit, but we're not necessarily get deep diving into personal credit on this live stream. That's for the masterclass. So make sure you tap into the masterclass if you want to learn how to structure and optimize your personal credit. But once your personal credit is optimized, you still need to establish these profiles, the business profiles. You still need to establish them. That's why I say don't just fly under the radar with a P.O. box or a UPS store or any of those mail drop locations. Invest in the virtual address. Opus is great. I like Venture X. If they're in your area, check out Venture X, VentureX, space X, Venture X. It's a great location, right? They're in DFW, they're here in Charlotte, Fort Lauderdale, Tampa. They're in various markets, right? Houston. So just check them out. See if Venture X is in your area. And if they are, I would recommend them from a cost perspective. Opus is, top dog to me. Regis is very pricey. I'm gonna be honest. Regis, you're gonna spend some money with Regis. I pay about $85 for a virtual office in Atlanta for one of my businesses, and all I can do is basically go in and sit at a shared desk. I don't really get any perks. They don't even. I have to pay for postage if I have any mail go there. So it's a little expensive. Regis is very expensive. They're good, but they're expensive, right? You're gonna pay for what you get what you pay for. But you have to build the profiles, multiple business bureaus, all three. So just focus on one, get one built, then get the next, then the next, then the next. A lot of these vendors are tightening up their requirements. They're wanting to see proof of income on the business vendor side. So, you still got Sam's, you still got Lowe's, you still got all the Synchrony trade lines. The Amazon Net 55 is gone, unfortunately. But we just got to pivot. Now's the time to pivot. Now's the time to really buckle down. Increase sales, offer financing for your offers. Sezzle, Afterpay, Klarna, PayPal. Increase your sales, family. Marketing. Market harder, get in front of more people. I'm gonna be doing way more live streams, right? Because now is the time where you can really get in front of this recession and really start to build multiple streams of income and still be in a position to get funding. Now, depending on what your funding goals are, if you're trying to get 100, 200, 300,000, you really got to be strategic now. You really got to pick the banks. You got to really interview these banks. You got to build relationships. All the stuff we talk about at the masterclass, is really going to be, game time now. Now we hooping. If we playing basketball, now's the time where the ball is at center court. They finna throw it up, and this is tip off, right? Now, no more practice, no more watching the live streams all day. And then, come back next week and nothing's been accomplished, right? Every week, I like to ask you guys who got approvals, because that lets me know that, you're not just, just taking this information and sitting on it. You gotta execute. A lot of this stuff that I always tell you guys on these live streams, and I'm gonna wrap it up, but I always tell you guys, look, I'm gonna give you the game. I just ask that you execute. Go to these banks, have conversations, pull the list, build the profiles, right? Invest in the virtual office. Everything we've been talking about over the last 12 months, family. You really, really just got to buckle down, be strategic, okay? And I promise you, we'll come out of this recession on the other side. So that's my thing. That's my talk. It's about 8:27. We could get into some quick Q&A if you guys got something quick that we can get into. Because like I said, I'm about to head over to the other live stream with Be the Entrepreneur. So I will make sure to post that in the comments. Okay. So you guys who want to head over to the live stream with me and Be the Entrepreneur, let's do this. We're gonna tap in at 8:45. If you guys got any questions about tonight's live stream, definitely tap in with me. Share this out, man. Make sure y'all get the likes up, family. Make sure y'all get the likes up. You know, let's do this. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I could post this in the comments. So make sure y'all head over to StreamYard and tap in. Oh man, I gave y'all the actual live link, man. Didn't mean to do that. But anywho, who got questions, man, before we wrap up tonight? Sorry, guys. The vid is still real. But other than that, family, I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta hop on this live. EasyMasterclass.com. EasyMasterclass.com. Use code EASY to save $50 off your VIP tickets. General admission is free. All you have to do is put your name, put your name in, email in, and it will send you a link to join the free Facebook group. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Who's coming to the masterclass, man? If you're coming VIP general admission, just type in the chat me. If you're coming to the masterclass Saturday, type in me. Real quick, one question. Corrigan said, how many trade lines you need for big funding? Honestly, your personal limits need to be at least 10K or higher. You need at least 2 credit cards with 10K higher limits. You definitely want to spend about $2,000 across all your vendor accounts, Corey. So total for each business profile, spend about $1,000 to $2,000. That'll get you in the game. That'll get you in the game, Corey. Especially if you're talking about like vehicles, high limit business credit cards, things like that. Spend about $2,000 with the vendors across your profile, and you'll be good to go. But other than that, I'm gonna hop off the live. See you guys. Excuse me. I'm gonna see you guys Saturday, 10 a.m. for general admission, 9 a.m. for VIP. All right. So I'm gonna hop off the live, family. I gotta get over here to the next one. And we will see you guys Saturday at the masterclass. Also, I may do a pop-up live stream later on. So be on the lookout, man. Turn your notification bells on. As always, make sure you hit the like button. It helps our content get out to a wider audience. Make sure you subscribe to the channel where we do our weekly live streams every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And make sure you head over to easymasterclass.com to register for our next one-day business funding made easy masterclass. Hope to see you guys at the masterclass Saturday. It goes down June 25th, 10 a.m. for general admission, 9 a.m. for VIP. We still have room for more VIP slots, so make sure you hop in there. You'll get, all the handouts for VIP. You get all the credit repair letters, dispute templates. You get all the tier 1 vendors, tier 2 vendors. You get the list of banks, as well as a couple other handouts as well. But other than that, family, I'm out of here. Y'all be safe. Y'all make sure y'all execute, and make sure you watch this video again and really take heed to this information, because it's going to come to a head very, very, very soon, right? The recession is here, family. We just got to be prepared, and we got to move accordingly. So I'm going to hop off live. I definitely appreciate all y'all for tapping in with me, man. And we'll see you guys here next week on the live stream, man. Y'all be blessed. Take it easy.